Kuan, Doc. Ventricular fibrillation.
I agree with you. Hindi ko siya masasabing VTAC kasi hindi siya hindi siya like siguro dito kung diretso siya ito. Pero hindi naman siya pare-parehas lahat eh. You can argue polymorphic ba siya? Para sa akin hindi rin kasi ano siya eh irregular tas halos chaotic yung ventricular contraction niya. Ventricular fibrillation. So you have to defibrillate the patient. You can do CPR habang wala pang machine just to keep the patient on ventricular fibrillation para hindi siya mag-convert to asystole. But you still have to defibrillate the patient. If nobody will defibrillate the patient, just pray so hard na somehow mabuhay yung pasyente. Pero most of the time, your success rate will be like less than 20%. Kaya you have to defibrillate the patient. If you defibrillate your patient, your success rate will go up to as much as 40%. Kaya the patient will survive. Okay. So, ito yung defibrillation or meron kang pipindutin niya na pang synchronized cardioversion, kaya magiging synchronized na siya, but this is how you do it. Pinakita ko lang sa inyo because para malaman nyo lang na meron kaming machine to defibrillate or cardiovert. So either cardioversion or defibrillation, same machine lang, may pinipindot lang kaming synchronized cardioversion. Pag hindi mo pindutin yung synchronized cardioversion, automatic defibrillation yun. So, okay. What is this?
Systole.
Pero hindi ito lalabas sa exam.
Grabe, Doc.
Siya kasi yung pinakamadali.
Bonus, Doc.
Ilabas mo yan.
Hindi lalabas. So you have to make sure na it's connected to the machine because baka naman hindi lang siya connected. Yung pasyente mo gising na gising kasi si CPR mo. Wag ha. To make sure it's connected to the machine. Otherwise, then it's systole. Then you have to do CPR. You will not defibrillate the patient because studies have shown that there's no benefit of sayang lang yung electrical impulse at saka yung kuryente.
Epi-anay.
Yes, CPR lang at saka epinephrine, then pray na mag-defibrillate, mag-ventricular fibrillation siya or somehow a better impulse. I forgot to say last time, once the patient is in asystole or any tapos nagkaroon siya ng electrical impulse, either junctional or PAC or whatever, as long as there is no pulse, we call it pulseless electric. Yes, PEA. Basta walang pulso, kahit junctional rhythm or idioventricular rhythm or sinus bradycardia yung nag-a-appear, pero walang pulso yung pasyente, that's a pulseless electrical activity. You still have to do CPR and then do epinephrine, give epinephrine. Okay, what's that? Blurred, sorry.
Supraventricular tachycardia, Doc. No P-wave.
Ang galing mo. I'm happy. Di ba parang madali lang siguro yung iba nahihirapan, but you are correct. There's no P-wave and it's a fast heart rate. It's not a complex QRS. So this must be an SVT. Okay? How about that one? Takot kayo? Di pa tayo.
Doc.
Diba? Regularly irregular narrow complex QRS, we have only two differential diagnoses, MAT and AF. So you decide.
Atrial.
Oh, then if your answer is atrial fibrillation, you have increased your probability to be correct by 80%. So you will only answer MAT. You will answer MAT if you are so sure that there are 3 or more P waves. So in this particular case, some can argue that it can be MAT because they can see P waves. But if your answer is atrial fibrillation, I will accept that. And my answer is also atrial fibrillation. Yay. About that one.
Doc, flutter.
Among students, pag madali yung question, 80 to 90% of the class will be able to get a correct answer. So ikaw dapat makakorek ka. Kasi kung nakaka-correct lahat, tas wrong ka, tapos dun sa mahirap na question, wrong lahat, wrong ka pa rin, yung beauty mo. So, kailangan pag easy question, masasagot mo. Okay? So this is atrial flutter. No more explanation. You can see the morphology of the P-wave as sawtooth appearance. Siya yung pinakamadali. And that's why pag lumabas sa exam ang atrial flutter, dapat hindi ka magkakamali because 80 to 90% of the class will be able to get that. Okay? Yay! Eto.
This is Brady, Doc.
Brady.
You are correct, Brady. But what is the rhythm?
First degree.
Galing! Galing ni Romeo Bargamento. You are correct. This is sinus bradycardia with first degree AV block.
Oh, okay. I see.
AV block, okay yon.
Long
One point.
PR interval.
Yes. Pero kung ang sagot mo sinus bradycardia lang, 0.5. 0.5 lang. Mas tatanggapin ko ang first degree AV block here. The cause of the bradycardia here is the first degree AV block. How about this one?
Third degree AV block.
Try harder.
Second degree, Doc. Morbits 2.
Morbits 2.
Morbits 2.
It's 2.
Morbits 2.
And yung
Morbits 2 ngayon.
interval is the same in all beat. Try to look harder. Are all
Morbits type 1, Doc.
yes.
Ay, type 1. Sorry.
Morbits type 1 po.
Oo. Narinig na namin, kuya. So, this is a P-wave without a QRS. So, that's a drop beat. Sana sa exam may arrow, no? Para... Kasi kung may arrow, madadirect yung mata mo doon. So, it's if you see a P-wave without a QRS complex, it is a drop beat. You have to commit. If it's a drop beat, ang sabi, ang turo ko sa inyo, you look at the PR interval before the drop beat and the PR interval after the drop beat. If they are the same, move it's 2. If not the same, move it's 1. Okay? Kung ayaw mo sa technique na tinuturo ko, you have to look at all the beat, lahat ng PR interval in all the beat before you commit if it's either first or type 2, type 1 or type 2. Type 1, iba-iba ang PR interval, nag-iiba-iba, and then type 2 fixed ang PR interval before the drop beat. So again, in type 1, the longest PR interval is before the drop beat, and the narrowest or shortest PR interval is after the drop beat. Okay? Eto.
Brady.
Yes.
YQRS.
Yes.
With P-wave.
Yes.
Agonal rhythm.
Third block. Third AV block.
Area third block.
Hindi mo mamamatay na yun.
Idioventricular.
Ano daw? Sorry, mahina yung signal mo, Mare. This is third degree AV block. Paano ba? Kasi ang hint mo sa third degree AV block is the PR interval in all leads is magkaiba-iba. Mas makikita mong regularly occurring yung PR, yung P waves.
1, 2, 3.
Tapos yung QRS mo same din, pero dissociated sila. Mahirap ang third degree AV block. So, for example, if we follow our concept, this is a P wave without a QRS complex. We will look at the PR interval before the beat and after the beat. Hindi siya nagpa-follow, para siyang sasabihin nating type 1, Movitz 1. Pero di ba sa Movitz 1, the PR interval before the drop beat should be the longest and after should be the shortest. Pero dito baliktad siya, no? Nakuha niyo ba? Kaya hindi siya type 1. Hindi rin naman siya type 2 kasi magkaiba-iba yung ano niya yung PR interval. May mahaba, may maikli. Nakuha niyo ba? Nag-gets niyo ba yung point ko?
Yes, Doc.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sige. How about this one? Look at the PR interval kung pare-pareha sila. You check for a P wave with
First
QRS.
multifocal.
That's a drop beat. Ang multifocal atrial tachycardia is in a fast heart rate. This is a bradycardia. This is in a bradycardia algorithm. So, third degree AV block din to. No? Mahirap ang third degree AV block. No? Kasi for example, this is a PV without the QRS complex. If you look at the PR here, and walang PR here, no, hindi siya first, second, type 1 or type 2. Hindi siya nagpa-follow.
Pero P to P doc nga kuan interval is the same, di ba?
Yes, the same. Yung P to P is the same and R to R is the same, so it's a third degree AV block. Dissociated sila. So it's a
Okay.
third degree AV block. Hindi siya, I was just trying to use the concept of diagnosing a second degree AV block type 1. Hindi siya papasok eh. Okay. Yeah. How about this one?
Kuan ni doc, junctional rhythm,
Yes, it's junctional because there is no
inverted P wave.
or inverted P wave lang, and then narrow complex bradycardia, junctional rhythm. Ito,
Idioventricular.
Idioventricular.
it is idioventricular rhythm. It's a wide complex QRS, na bradycardic, and then no ventricular. What if this is tachycardic, like 180 beats per minute? Anong diagnosis niyo?
VTAC doc.
Right. You are correct. So, si junctional rhythm, if it's also fast, let's say 170 beats per minute, anong diagnosis niyo?
Inverted P.
Accelerated junctional rhythm.
Hindi. 180 eh. SVT.
SVT doc?
Kita nyo na, may mga opposite, ano sila, junctional rhythm is in atrium, opposite to that sa ventricles. Hindi pala. Atrium din yung ano eh. Yung atrium din yung SVT. Pero siya yung opposite ng junctional rhythm. Kasi sa junctional rhythm is bradycardic. Pag sobrang bilis na niya, 170 beats per minute, it would appear as narrow complex tachycardia without a P wave. SVT yun. Na-gets nyo?
Yes, doc.
Okay. Ang atrial fibrillation naman, ang opposite sa ventricle is ventricular fibrillation. Okay. Tapos na. Any question?